wo sanje la ya son che wo che la ya son che wo ye la ya son che la ma la ya son wo sanje la ya son che wo la ya son che ye la ya son che wo ya sanje che dong co je cho nam la chang zhong bar dong da ne ya zong che da ye yin zong je ve so nam je zhuo la ben je sang ye zhou bar xiu sang ye che dang zuo je lai chang zhong bar do dang ne ya zong je da ge jen zong je ve so nam zhuo la ben je sang ye zhou bar xiu ya sen chen tam zhu de wa dang de ve ju dang den bar ju ji sen chen tam je de ma dang de ma ji ji dang da war ju ji sen chen tam je de ma me be de wa da men da war ju ji sen chen tam je ni ra cha da ni da da ve da nya la ne ju ro ji sen chen tam je de wa de ve ju da den bar ju ji sen chen tam je de wa da de ma ji ji da da war ju ji sen chen tam je de ma be be de wa da ne da war ju ji sen chen tam je ni ra cha da ni da da ve da nya la ne war ju ji sa ji bu ji ju sha me do zhang re ro le je nie de jian de sang ye shang de me de bo wa ye zhuo ge nam dong xian la zhou bar xiu ye dang gu ru ran la men zha la ga me ya me. In English, on page number 11, I take refuge in the Guru, I take refuge in the Buddha, I take refuge in the Dharma, I take refuge in the Sangha. From now until my enlightenment, I take refuge in the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha. And by the merit created in this practice, may I attain the state of Buddhahood for the benefit of all sentient beings. May all sentient beings enjoy happiness and its causes. May all sentient beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all sentient beings never be separated from joyful bliss. May all sentient beings abide in equanimity, feel bias, attachment, and anger. This ground, anointed with perfume, Mount Meru, encircled by the four continents, surmounted by the sun and the moon, I visualize this Buddha field and offer it. May all living beings enjoy the Pure Land. Idam Guru Ratna Mendala Kameya Daya. Okay, now we will recite the foundation's prayer on page number 14.
se dom ba na so ma cha po lo par che lo be yu la yang wa she chi yang da da la ru shen zhu wa yin xie le la dong song de zhou wei niu de zhe la zhe wan xian jie lu tong mo lang zhang nong de zhe wan da ba gen jin zhou zhe duo ji da ga san jie wo zhe ngo dang ba de la nie de zhe per xian jie lu de zeng we zhou nam nie zhe pe xian nam da dang zi dong ber song wan la chi ma men bi nge wan yin yer ni so dang de song ber xian ye lo ne ye de nyong wu ren ye ji na zhi ren to ne zong ba ye dong zhe na zhe qiu li me yan dang bei song xian zhe per qian jie lu de de lang zang dong bei xie nian dang zi xian zhe bei zhou nan xiang den jiang xie dang nan yi ba de jiu bie zuo nie wen shen wen xian jie lang de su jie wa guan de yang dang la ma dang zhen me qie jie ba la long zhe jian sa da lan jie yon de la zong li do jie chang jie guo pan yu du xiu 但几行的。지금 요 삼로 요 시간에 마시아곰 뭐 그랬다. 그보다 지금 책 정보 칸에 있거든. 돈 정보 세마즘. 책도 봐 교구조 돈도 봐 sem나시아 같은 거.
Now, the foundation prayers we will chant in English from page number 15. And so we will say this very slowly. The purpose of saying slowly so you can visualize the essence meanings of the this textbook. We Tibetan have saying that say the nice or sweet words and also contemplate on the essence meaning. Can you read? Yeah.
Page 15, the foundation prayer. The foundation of all good qualities is the kind and venerable Guru. Correctly devoting to him is the root of the path. By clearly seeing this and applying great effort,
Please bless me, rely upon him, great respect, understanding the precious freedom of this rebirth
found only once,
is clearly meaningful and difficult to find again. Please bless me to generate the mind that unceasingly, day and night, takes
its essence. This life is as impermanent as a water bubble. Remember how quickly it decays and death comes. After death, the effects of black and white karma pursue us as a shadow follows the body. Finding firm and definite conviction in this, please bless me always to be earth, to abandon even the slightest negativities, and to accomplish all virtuous deeds. Seeking the pleasures of samsara leads to all suffering. They are uncertain and cannot be relied upon.
Recognize these shortcomings. Please bless me to generate a strong wish for
bliss of liberation.
led by the pure thought,
Mindfulness, alertness, and great caution arise. The root of the teachings is keeping the Pratyamoksa vows. Please bless me to accomplish this essential practice. Having seen that all beings, my kind mothers, have fallen, like myself, into the ocean of samsara, may I train in the supreme bodhicitta and bear the responsibility of freeing all migratory beings. If I develop bodhicitta without practicing the three types of morality, I will not achieve enlightenment. With my clear recognition of this, please bless me to practice the Bodhisattva vows with great energy. By pacifying distractions to wrong objects and correctly analyzing the meaning of reality, please bless me to generate quickly within my mind stream the path of uniting calm abiding and special insight. Having become a pure vessel by training in the general path, please bless me to enter the holy gateway of the Vajrayana, the highest of vehicles. The basis of accomplishing the two attainments is keeping pure vows and commitments. Having become firmly convinced of this, please bless me to protect these vows and pledges with my life. Having realized the importance of two stages, the essence of the Vajrayana, by practicing with great energy, never giving up before sessions, please bless me to realize the teachings of the Holy Guru. May the Gurus who show the noble path and the spiritual friends who practice it have long lives. Please bless me to pacify completely all outer and inner hindrances. In all my lives, may I never be separated from perfect Gurus and the magnificent Dharma. By completing the qualities of the sages and paths, may I quickly attain the state of Vajrayana.
Siya nga zuta namjin den dungwa de mugil lo ngi marang ga mugil lo chu ton de nga soma nyam de zom chin de chungwa de sa ane ti gang la chu 많이 잔디스 공부지야던 남름 시작공 주지야 좀 정말 지금 나와서 이 먹일 때 이제
That's the reason that we've been before the class we've been saying or the chanting the foundation prayers. My very purpose, the my very purpose is the uh, when we say this and we able to uh, uh, we able to practice the practice of the visualizations on the lamrim, as well as the saying the mantras of the Om Mani Padme Hum.
대저다 네 당보 때라 연대 이제만 남는 당보 때라 고치고서 긴신스네 때 같이 모임 바시오르스 긴신 같이 모임 임승가를 시고는 티와지고 티섬지고 소된 거를 소소 안에 람강당강 소소 먹일당 집 람강당강 지나때 만으로 람병은 차 뭐 받듯이기요레스
And the very beginning of the foundation prayers, it talk about the finding the venerable guru or the masters, and once we able to find the right and authentic guru, then next step will be our very aim to finding a right guru in order to we to able to achieve the or the receive the right lessons from the guru.
티섬건 쓰고 같이 못 쓰고
Yeah. And so not only just listening, contemplations, and the meditations.
이와들은 가랑도 단다 옆에 리튼데 리서치 뭐 톱다와 때답에 같이 모임 봐 때라니 때는 니와 띠띠 리튼데 니와 때라 때나 좀 타바토 톱이 타바동 탐지 준비 공통 톱도 받게 되는데 니와 요바 때려서 촐라가 만들어진 배추요 같은 거를 때 배추 마땅 되게 자자마 고 마땅 배랑즈 같이 같이 이마치가 매와서 카트서 뭐 마오나 양집 때지 라마라 합고 말 카고레 때 양 삼로 통고레 리터 소소
And the second things you have to remember or to recognize at the beginning, finding the right and authentic guru reasons in order to us to practice properly listening, contemplation, and the meditations. And the second reason is to recognize and understand the precious human life of the rebirth. It's hard to find, and once we have this, we have to strive in order to achieve the liberation as well as the omniscience. omniscience. And when we have this great opportunity by having this precious human body or the life, we should use this properly in order to achieve whatever you wish. Otherwise, that very precious human body or the life also in impermanence, and it wouldn't stay forever. And so before we departed, before we lose this, we should take great opportunity and take advantage of this precious human life and body in order to achieve the liberations as well as the Buddhahood.
어때서 안에 대체적으로 당하고 리튼데 되는 교환 랑을 당하고 강을 방법이요. 라부터 지금 내가 거든 방법이요. 디강랑하고 기가 난치세요. 나는 니워도 도톰에 비들이 되는 방법이요. 때 능을 당하고 먼저 빠르다 먼저 빠이나 라진 거랑도 근데 용되고. 된서도 강의 용어를 때 근종된 바 됐네. 근데 뜻이 아니고 그랬더니 용어를 세티 강도 안에 덴바지 남성도 시행 그래. 일단 덴바지가 남성도 요구시나 렌디가 남성도 맞지 시트발라 잡으려고 그랬어.
And and also uh, I know that we all have all kinds of problems and all kinds of difficulties, and there are maybe the problems of the temporarily, or the problems of maybe the last as long as it lasts forever, but either the temporarily suffering or whatever, and those are what we call the suffering of the birth, aging, sickness, and death, and those all sufferings. Even though we don't want it, but we face them constantly in our daily life. So because of why this we face, because of the truth of the origins, the from the Four Noble Truths, and so it is very important, and also to know the Four Noble Truths, truth of suffering and truth of the origins and so forth. And once we properly understand the Four Noble Truths, and then we will better we will have a better understanding of the karma.
어떤다 다 등을 용사때 리당 요몽일 정도 때 근정돼 바로 리당 요몽세 리세 바로 세븐나서 요몽을 삼로 땅땅 차당 거 끝내는 안진 거 소진 차당 끝나 때래더니 등을 있음 그 샤와시 용서도 등을 특별 거 때자 드시고 거스 또이다 샘도 그냥 좀 같이 버려 떨었어.
And the speaking of the suffering actually caused by the either caused by the karma, as well as the negative emotions, and so because of the attachments and aversions, and we will act upon the whatever the negative emotion we have. So we will take this and cause this all the influence all the body, speech, and mind, and so we will act negatively from the body, speech, and mind. So it is very important to always watch our mind all the time.
인자다 다 능력들이 다르지 능력들 먼저 발견들이 다와 가려요래서 나때 용사가 싸이 묘모도 메워서 그래서 다 묘모도 메워서 묘모들이 가득들라 먹이위섬들이 가득 기위섬들이 요로 기위섬도 원뜻이 용서 기위섬 띠 실릴라 때네 아니 다와도 그 모든 세지 다와도 되네 저와 능력 제가 난 지금 능력을 다와 다와도 요래즈네 어떤 게 지지 그러지.
Can you Tawadi?
근데 요모 근종요라. 근데 요모 종한테 티레리라 냠보레리요. 또 매와 맞아 등에 먼저 봐 등에 먼저 자와도 매와서 요모 매와서 요모 때 샘레리라 요모 머리 봐 적당 도적 셔당 때문에 참마레리라 냠보레리요. 냠보즈나고도 대 갑득 갑득이죠. 근데 갑득도 야 공패당네 공매와서 또 매와진데 갑득 수수 계속해나 요모들이 예나 네 달와서 또 겨울된 거 제가 난 지금 등에 등어서 연구 말해야지. 뜻이 그러지.
So each of our afflicted or the negative emotions has its own antidotes, and when we during the practice, so what should we do? We have to apply all the antidotes for each of the neglected emotions, the negative emotions. And uh, for example, each of the non-virtues has their own antidotes of the virtues. So if you're able to use those all the antidote, then eventually we can able to uh, purify and rid of all of negative emotions step by step. And through that, and we were able to attain the liberations or the Buddhahood. So this is the path of cessations.
어떻지? 진짜 딱 가서 딱이 시험은 나지. 시송에다 매화 차송을 해지나. 대치 정보가 말이야. 시송만 가서 교화시만 양기 교화된 거. 교화되면 단다 강 교화된 바데 단다 강고 교화시만 강으로 그때 단다 가서 놓고 요래 뜻이고 진짜 다 시위스 리당 드마진 시송만 아니 디제 용주대 당 가서 뭐 친들 깔이 잡네 사유 지금 노를 롱수 얘들 제가 용특고 말도 ontugo marina nyamte yong kare yong na azu send la kare jamne de pasa ona de pinde tingal te ngore de gewa sona di windio dewa te ngore se ane ta de la te ne kewa le sala nei jaw to wore de shek wore.
And if you're following if you've been reciting the foundation prayers, so you're able to follow or track what kind of topic we are on. And the next one is they talk about the once once we lose or the after the death, doesn't mean it's completely cease or finish. And there are the continuations of our life. And so it will kind of like be with us, and it will travel with us like a shadow. And meaning here is the and once we died, and whatever uh, the excellence or the possessions and friends, family, they won't able to travel with us. The one that travel with us is our karma. And the karma, like a shadow, will travel with us. And whatever the karma we accumulate in this life, and it will determine the next fruitions, the based on the karma we accumulate this life. So here saying what you really want to be in future or in next life is really up to your hand.
Tata jiru mo shi tong arma ka chi ta chi lila te shima ka no tanda semla trees ni susu lo yo re jawa ngama ka chi tanda kyoron li de la te lin de so ba ta chi cha na zo me chi ka chi na lam ru yo jawa ngama ka chos pen de wer ta ta jawa shima ka ru tanda kyoron semla ka chi semla chi zombo sham yang ji la so ba chi me ta sa ba zombo chi go na jawa shima kyon jawa ne ngi re tanda jawa samlo ngamba kyang kyang de ga ta chi go na 교시마 등을 용하면 다 계속 교와 계속 등을 기그레스 된자 스마 컨트롤은 그 셈라티 아마 같이 다다 릴라티 이제 송어리스.
So that's why Tsongkhapa quote that let me try if I can the able to translate what you are in previous life. Look at the present life, meaning if you are good fortunes in this life, meaning you did something good in your previous life. But what you want to be, or what kind of person you want to be, or what kind of being you want to be in the futures, then you have to ask your mind. You have to ask your mind. For example, what kind of a mind you have presently, this life. If you have a kind, compassionate mind, then definitely you will always have a good next life, and the fruition will be great. But if your mind, are cruel, mean, full of negativities, then it will certainly your next life will be unfortunate.
다 중앙 못 된다 그래. 저쪽은 저비 뭐 등에 끊기고 이었던 뭐 스페 분석이 님으리네 다르게 되와나 돈이 좀 볼게 훨씬 일로세요.
So previously, what Geshe explained is the previous class we discussed. So now we are on page number 16, foundation prayer on page number 16. Uh, from the on second verse, seeking the pleasures of samsara leads to all suffering. They are uncertain and cannot be relied upon. Recognizing these shortcomings, please bless me to generate the strong wish for the bliss of liberations.
산디가잖아. 저땅 가서 고리 분석해야 돼. 아주 오요랑 아주 뭐 sed들라 내니라는 아주 농쪽 요요르다이나. 고리 분석들라 몸바메나 오다 뜻송들 야고 분석 바르스는 가와키 맞다. 왔다 베트 초심에서나 같이나 데데고데고 진짜 나요 말스. 데 만당한다 데 돈도냐나 다 델라테니 칼리야고라. 칼리야나 리슴 참아 등을 그고만 붙이온 거지. 된서 예ft만 스페 분석지. 이나 델리 칼리 잡지니다 경험지 싸웠네. 라가 있나 나 인경으로 내치지 용기인지 시 탑시로 당기요르다. 데 타식 때 네트고 말아 스페 분석자 군직빙 안진레스. 예프담보다 리오 말 잠바다 인다이나 나라도 리데이나 같이라 지기네 스마트 카드로 된사다 분석기 니무르니 되게 닐링 오마데 결혼 하고네 타로이 대와 타로세 타로토 송이나 딜리 등의 용 속발에 전로요다 타로이 대와 돈이 심부 겨신기로 저다디 카드들 민종라 시고 민종 겨시 그래서 몸자고
타로이 대와 돈이 지무시는
돈이 심부 겨 딜로도 민종 삼바스 거다 그래서
So this that next the verse of the page number 17 we just read. Uh, so it's talk about the mundane pleasures or the mundane or the worldly pleasure or the worldly abundance. And of course, we need the worldly abundance or the worldly pleasures or worldly excellence. Uh, but the problem is we never satisfy what we gain. Uh, and when we not satisfy or not contain what we have, then we will try, have this more in our life. So when we do this, we have to work so hard, and eventually we will open up the door of the sufferings because of the excessive the actions or excessive hard work in order to achieve the whatever you wish from not containing what you have. And so, but these are the what we call the samsaric abundance or the samsaric the excellence. So they cannot be relied, certainly cannot be relied, even though our body, the precious body, also bound to face, bound to experience the impermanence, and every seconds and minutes it will shows the impermanence, and sooner or later we will see the impermanence, the end of our life. Of course, all the excellence, abundance, or they are will lose, but of course, the our body as well. So that's why we always show kind of like more intentions and interest toward the pleasures of the liberations. And so once we have this, so this is what we call the you gain the attitude of the liberations.
어디 저다 디 바로네 저동 아주 미세 노바간다 저르다 미당 동스 셰고 디 바로
On the basis of what we talk about the human beings desire that not contained in what we have. So let me share you the story of based on what we just talked about.
미 강바 메주 저르스 미 강바 메주 디카티나 저와 가는 말라 강바니 되어나다 치가고 만데 무슨 소가 쳐다 강아 과로 나랑하서 똑같이나 더 삼고스
So this story goes like this. There's a guy. What do you call it? Crooked, one limb, right?
강바메야
One leg guy.
강바메야
Both of leg is not. So the guy doesn't have a leg. The guy who doesn't have a leg, and that guy, his very wish and desire is if I have a leg, it will be having an abundance of the excellence or the wonderful in my life. So
그래서 아주 컴퍼니 order 때 아주 같은 점 시고 말. 다 컴퍼니 용 그지. 다들 코드 컴퍼니 로트 보 말. 이나 컴퍼니 용 그지 꼭 로트 보다. 코미 세가 쇼면서 때 해블랑 거다. 마 세가 지원한다 조금 레트 근데 컴퍼니 보는 타운도 와서 그 세가 섬동다. 소가지로 나서 버스.
So when we look at this, the persons who suffer not being having a legs, and also all his very intentions and desire is to have a legs and the both legs will be the very fortunes for for that guy, and but there's a next guy and who has two legs and perfect, and but his desire is that, oh, may I have that bicycle. If I have a bicycle, then I quickly reach my destinations.
다 세가 쇼는 통내 코딜 해는 거. 세가 쇼는 되게 삼동네. 아니 세가 쇼들 갈리자나 단단히 또 뭐라 카르치오나 배. 약간 다 상거스.
And this story goes on and on. Like other next, the guy who owned this bicycle, and he's not he or she not satisfied what they have, and their desire is, oh, may I have a car? If I have a car, then I will be very happy persons.
다이나 모다 용 그때 다 동도 미팅에 당하다 모다 드시고 나니까 야 남들이 종나다 배공도와 코드 상거스.
Then the guy who owned the car, and he or she not satisfied what they have, and they wish that, oh, I have car, but why not if I have a plane?
다 지나다 남들 아이나 단도바 자동 삼아를 그냥 참고요 말이지.
But if you look at this, each individual's their desire and wish, even though the most desirable helicopter or the plane, if he or she achieve that helicopter or the plane, do you think they will be satisfied or happy forever?
네, 정말 딱 맞아. 디 동자 맞지 시험은 배 넘나나 그래 전부터 밖에 여러분은 아리는 게 싸우도 마시라. 때 보면 아주 돌로 잡고 지는 그렇게 모르지. 대신에 뭐 비기치 뭐지 저는 몰라 배 강바동 뭐라동 남주동 차정 요들이지 근데 요리 이나 타마데 못배 나네 계스는 만강나 타가네 네뭐 만강나네 근데 저도 못 좀지 잡셔 다 아니 나라 때리베 강바 첨부들이 요를 나냐사 나냐 특요 말다 만강 그냥 좀좀되나 냐데 그러지 근데 나 직도 남주동 뭐라 때리 강원도 누구 때리 자도 요를 때 능이 단다도 비슷한다고 요만 나타나 알아 만kan ko kholu ti kan ro de yore ne chit nga tok ko to nyen de ka wo ching mi mang bu yor de dan dang ni ta jab de san de man ba ta nar sit cha da yor ne nga chit tang de tu lu be mang bu chang me pa de kong chi bo sha de yor de dan dang ni man kan de de ma sap sap to kon ni ro ko ji ne ta ni ma chi ma tang li de to kha de ro re na mo ge ta re wa no tang li na sa me chong na de ki yak shu ta li thang thang yo ta ma chi ge na de ki yak shu re 몽엔즈 드셔오지.
So if anyone achieve the most desirable object or things, still we we weren't happy that what we have. Still we want more and more. So the based on what I share you the story. So it let me share you the other story, and they related with what we just talked about. So there was a girl. There was a there was a girl, and I'm not sure it's from America or in Europe, but she's very rich, and I think she had a business.
뭐 동고 또 잡고 지금 때 너무 말다.
Yeah, yeah. This is a real story actually, based on true story, and I'm not sure it's in America or in Europe, but anyway, she had a business advertising clothes, and and she's very rich. That she had a house, big houses, and cars, luxury cars, and the plane, and everything. Uh, Whoever desire for. And but later she got severe sick or illness, and she ended up in the hospital. And in the hospital, she wrote she wrote a poem or maybe book about the poem, and in this book, what is mentioned that I have a luxury house, but I cannot sleep there, and or I end up in the hospital bed, and mm, um,
뭐라던
yeah, nor I can drive my luxury cars. So what I do, I always sit on that wheelchairs, and 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 of course I have a lot of friends and my friends and family, but none of them are helpful. The only thing I can right now I can take refuge is a doctor and a nurse, and of course I have a lot of fancy clothes, and none of them are useful. So what I wear right now is a smelly, hospital cloth. And so at the end, he concluded that said that one of the most happiness in this world is the having no illness.
리데 통제도 되게 민즈지 통을 성성
So this story shows that having a healthy body and mind. So this is the one of the happiness I think we should recognize.
남토 삼바디 정와이 전동 시신 보유 전부 담비 조수日本用是不是你老是남토 삼바세도 민중 삼바로 민중 삼바디 장용으로 고라리 탄나스비 단독 로트 치라 지용주 따때 잠바도 시신 마스 잠바도 시신 때니 보일지는 잡수시네 배 진짜 담비서 소소 탈와라 다 소소 송지 틈도 소들지도 뭐 송고라서 그래 일반용 옷이 보죠. 또 전에는 냠는 옆으로 돌서 지금 있네. 또 소도 좀 이제부터 같이 장사.
And the next verse, lead by this pure thought, mindfulness, alertness, and great cautions arise. The root of the teachings is keeping the Pratimosha vows. Please bless me to accomplish this essential practice. And so here, the talk about the first of all, the very the individual, the having a desire toward the achieving the liberation, lead by or the caused by the renunciations. And so it's very important to have a renunciations. And plus, we should, be familiar and the practice of the mindfulness, alertness, and have a great great cautions. And so doing that, mm, what here is mainly emphasizing is that to have the Pratimosha vows, having the Pratimosha vow plus practice the mindfulness, alertness, and great cautions, and which is very important. So there are what we call the eight kinds of individuals, eight types, eight classes of individuals, the liberations.
나 소들도 동보 때라
the 等一下啊
인적 특식세 정도야. 인적 특식세 등으로 쇼크 대릉 쇼크 니마시라던 냠마 마쇼코네 선이마 마시지 버도 순익 사브질랑 이때 지금은 killi지 됐어. 다 니와데 다 저동안에 준비도 받던 자왕아 중앙에 됐던 다디 잠바 정말 시험을 됐어.
Yeah. So the so Pratimosha vows, or there are eight classes of individual liberations. The first two are fully ordained monk and nun, and second are novice monk and nun, and third is the lay man and woman, and the fourth is the probationary nun, or the female the candidate, and the last is the one day vow ordinations, and so when we practice those, and so the practice involve that involving that I will pledge this from the today the current sunrise till next sunrise, basically 24 hours, and there are others the vows that involve the five roots and so forth. So I'm not going to go explain the detail, but here is the keeping pure Pratimosha vow is essential practice.
왕도 냠는 지도다 동도 또 인적 특식을 냠는 지하고다 나와 지금 니마지가 같이 지도 보는데지 근데 다 개인도 바지 타와나 다 자와도 참고라 개인도 바 얼마나 이제 파리 뭐로나 이제 마스 됐어.
Yeah, so basically, you could practice this the everyday, week or month, and also the taking the vows of the layman or the laywoman's vow.
당도 수익 사업질에는 쇼핑하고 남나면 대량님한테 이 견이 그게 지금 답변은 소쇼 그면 새로 나 답안 탱그면 새로 그만큼면서 성인이 마치고 던져지는 샤사가면서 던져던져 그 레시피 마치고 나 자전거를 랭거는 소 뛰는 수익 잡지랑라 진짜 뒤킬은 제 동나 킬은 저는 뜨는 돈 봤을 것 같아. 소득도 돈 봤을 때.
So what is the this individual liberations vow meaning? And so there could be many, and so you kind of pledge yourself that from today's sunrise and until next sunrise within the 24 hours, I will, kind of make a strong pledge or the promise that I'm not going to conduct any killings, or I'm not gonna, smoke any cigarette, or not gonna, engage that involve the stealing and the lying, and or you can say I will take a pledge that I'm not gonna eat meat from today's sunrise till tomorrow. So this is the what we call the self liberations or individuals liberations vows.
대체 당 토단일라 샤와니 대체 킬린지 매는 당보 킬린지서 저런 거 니들이 다 수익 잡지랑 킬린지는 삼로 당보 가서 킬린지를 선지 좀 더데 이틀라 잠바 셈라 잠바 진 대랑ning is 주지스는데 there's 킬린지기다 킬린지한테 딱 조금 먹일로 양가 영랑가랑 타와도 영나 심지 담치 동안 상지기기 있는지 그런 데들 기타나 전부 역고 그러지 근데 이마 수익 잡지 창송이 지고 때 삼로 당이 킬린지한테 차상 송도 되게 나왔다 좀 배우고 좀 하던 단다 지위 이위서와도 담지는 교시망아 멀리 도바당 용나 다와 도바당 담지 전부 공부도 심지 담지가 돈쓰네 어떤 삼동도 이유라 심지 담지가 삼동나 타와 전부라 그래지 소소랑이 지도나 타와 전부라 그래는 삼로 야채 정도
It's 11 o'clock.
Yeah. So, so you can, actually, basically, back to your life or back to your home, you can kind of engage this kind of practice, making yourself promise that from today's sunrise till tomorrow. I'm not going to do this certain things that are not supposed to do, and you try your best, and because we have seen that two tasks importance in our life, beginning and the end. So beginning, before sunrise, you make the pledge, and the end of the day or the before sunrise next day, and you see how wonderful and how much virtues you accumulate, and how much non-virtue you are able to avoid, and and so what you can do is, first of all, maybe if you can, you just sit in front of the Buddha statue, and then you say the prayers or whatever you can, and build the good motivations, and then you can make the pledge that whatever you want to do, right, from today's sunrise to next sunrise, and so when you do this, you can kind of like from your mind or from your heart, you can say like, I do this sake of all sentient beings, or I do this in order to me to attend the liberations or free from suffering and so forth. And so once you successfully done, or you finish that whatever you are doing, and then at the end of the task or end of this practice sessions, and then you can again, you kind of reflect on what you did. You just reflect that did I something did I able to success my practice or not? If you successfully fulfill your wish, and then you again make sure you dedicate those practice you did, like again, may the merits for sake of all sentient beings, or for me to attend the liberations. So either is fine, whichever you do. And the one is we call the, if you always have a motivations and intention toward the sentient beings, that we call the your the higher the vehicles intentions, or the mind intentions, or if you just thinking merely by yourself liberation, and that is the smaller the vehicle intentions.
당은 들은 곰치 때 야인 가마 정도 때 따당 같이 쉐tin 삼 담이 그 초시세 저런 초시라 때네 인종 삼바세 디콘도 삼로 따라 당제시 디고 좋아들 지고지.
Okay, so let's meditate for a few minutes, and I want you to meditate on uh, about the first of all about the containments, containment and satisfactions that what you have, and also meditate on the renunciations. Um, any questions? Yes.
I have a question, comment, follow-up comment. And it's a nice contrast to the story about the wealthy woman who had all the things and was in the hospital and wasn't able to enjoy the things. I listened to a talk of a woman, she was in the UK, and she was at an outdoor Buddhist festival. And she was also a disabled woman, and her talk was about disability in Buddhism. And there was a line that she said in her talk that really, really resonated, and it speaks to how important having a strong and healthy mindset is, and resisting the urge to compare herself and her situation to others. She was confined to a wheelchair as well, and she was a young woman. And she said, "I love my body. it is my vehicle for liberation. And that just really struck me as such a powerful statement, and what a contrast to the woman in the hospital, who wasn't able to appreciate what she had accumulated. And she had accumulated things, and this other woman had accumulated a Dharma practice and cultivated a Dharma practice. So I just wanted to share that. I love my body. It is my vehicle for liberation.
Okay.
Thank you.
What meaning is there in emptiness?
Oh, this big problem. 집단 동과세 때 또는 시우나 된종세 때 또는 하고 오르세. 된종 하고서나 랑진지 좀 왔대. 다 또는 시고 오르세. 랑진지 매자 된종 아래 시고 된종도 하고 오르세. 된종 동안이 또는 찍거나서.
Yeah. So this is the big topic actually, and if you really want to know the meaning of the emptiness, first of all, you have to know the meaning of the interdependence. If you know the meaning or the meaning of the interdependence, then you will understand the emptiness. So
솔직하고 이상도 능안도 있는 단당이 때 맡은 정거를 때 따따따따 이 듣고 말이야.
So hopefully, when we talk about emptiness, what it really means is it doesn't exist inherently by itself. The meaning is everything is depend on each others. So by understanding the meaning of interdependence, so hopefully you can understand. For me, I'm not sure at all, but the glimpse or the bit of the emptiness, I understand a little bit.
저는 맞아요. 그거도 좋아졌다. 맞아요. 사실 모두 맞아요. 리그실라는 이 나온건데. 맞아요. 접다 간다서 카톡이었다며. 카톡면은 간다서 때 자네 저 아니겠더라. 잔데 문이 와오나. 어떻게 랑진 거랑 말을 받지 가서 공부를 했더니 딱점 지금 막 당신지 말을 받더니 우리다 때는 좀 와서 했더니 어떻게 나나 영어로
And the another way to understand the interdependence or the emptiness, and especially the understand. First of all, you have to find or locate the I. Where's the I? It is inside or outside, and what is the shape of the eye? What kind of shape of the eye, and what colors of the eye? And so as you examine the kind of like step by step where the eye located, shape and color and so forth, and at the end, we cannot determine the anything without the five aggregates, and so that's the by five aggregate itself, because of the very combination, because of the relying on each other, we could tell the five aggregates, body, and then I and mind, so on and so forth. But that five aggregate is also doesn't exist by itself. Okay, so maybe you can find research that where's the I.
아주 다시 뭘.
A short one, a simple one, which is emptiness is Dhammakaya, which is luminous purity, beyond duality, awareness, which is pure and cognizant. Simple, right? Simple.
That is
Simple,
good.
yeah.
I think that's 이제 일단 그래 다 좋아요.
Yeah.
I have a question. So this this kind of goes to our a little bit of our conversation from last week for the comment. But I'm wondering about this phrase. After death, the effects of black and white karma pursue us. And I wanted to ask about this because on the one hand, the idea of black and white karma suggests a dichotomy and kind of two categories, black or white karma. And I started to wonder whether or not there are possible continuum. So maybe there's gray karma, a little bit of black and white karma, and that's going to come back as gray karma for you. Or maybe there's colors of karma. So maybe there is red karma because a lot of anger, red, comes back and you'll feel that red anger karma come back to you. Blue attachment karma, maybe attachment come back to you, blue, maybe. But maybe there's kind of a different, there's different attributes of the karma and you feel those attributes back, not just black or white, maybe continuum or maybe body, speech, and mind. Body karma comes back as body, speech is speech, mind is mind. Just wondering a little bit more about that. Maybe that might be helpful.
근데 가족 그 망으로 닥동식 정말 모두 때문에 진짜 가족식으로 말씀이라. 기위 셈세데 아니 나와이 올 차비용수 가오고 차비용수 심지도 늘 담세 또 듣기요. 같은 멤버들 나풍으로 와. 나풍 멤버들은 나풍으로 정서 강 통특기요. 될 때는 그 망었다가 아주 셔럽지차 기위 셈 담슬라 나위 가르위 차트 가르 tamko nangwe chati cha nangwa yo nang azuk kan thwa na je sherib ji chati niling ma to to ko zatela le karbo se nakung go chati nakung ta katina niling ma thong to ko zate niling thong to to ko me zate nakung ro sosna thong ma to na je tela pe ya ne nang azo mari pa ti sem magi we sem tamchik niling ma thong ma to katina nakung lo sha da wa chidan tela teni chong 일강가 노트 저희 자때 다 리나포즈 망다 아무도 오늘 칼로 시고 말씀.
The interesting questions. But anyway, the here actually we use the black and white karma. We just kind of like a name or the understand. So we put the kind of symbolic of the karma, corresponding of the colors, in order to us to kind of vivid, mentally or visually we can understand. But it's not really about the colors, because the it's really talk about the virtuous mind and non-virtuous mind, and the reason that's the main reasons we have to understand. And for example, when we have the clear light of appearance, when we have a clear light of seeing or clear light of appearance, then we can able to see the allness. We can see the everythings. But at its doom, then we lose the object, we lose the things that we able to see from the luminance, from the appearance of the great light. Or other way to, we able to see the um, we're able to see the reality, right and wrong. As long as we have the great light of the wisdom, great light of wisdom, and then we can able to see. And not only that, we can the great chance of accumulating the good karma, or the good karma, and or otherwise, if we fail to gain the light of great wisdom, then again our mind is being doomed by the ignorance and so forth, and then we wouldn't see the nature of reality, whatever exists the front of us. And so it's basically our mind is covered, or the influence or doomed by the uh, afflicted emotions. So either bride of wisdom, or the doomness of the ignorance. So here just kind of like uh, the symbolic, we use the white and black in order to us to understand, but it's really talk about the mind, especially virtuous mind and non-virtuous mind.
나와서 또 가도 거울을 만봐서 또 가도 나고래도 되게 또 있잖아. 준결고
Now on the corpus.
나와
Mhm.
같이 하더라. 만봐도 나고 차. 가도 열거든.
Mhm.
만봐도 안에 말이 발라 빌람베를 나와도 싫어를 빌라.
Yeah. So yeah, and so here wisdom and clear seeing or appearance, they give the example of the white color, and but the ignorance and the foggy mind or doom and so forth, it gives the example of the dark or the black.
그래도 니모도 참모잖아. 니모 가오로 참모 나고르다. 배토지나. 니모 가오이자 정말 야랑이 지디다. 너무 좀 나고서 성년이다.
For example, in a day, we see because of sunlight, and we able to see, and the and is a representations of the clear, white, and so forth. But when it sunset and everything gets dark, we cannot see well, and it a representation of the ignorance, doom mind, foggy mind, dark or black, and so on and so forth. And yeah, so this is just the representations.
코다. He first.
Just to clarify, this is new to me. Just to clarify, this is new to me. But when you said that another way to understand is to find or locate the I, if it's outside or inside, are you saying I like I, or are you saying I myself?
Yeah. I, of course, yeah, that's a good question. Yeah. It is outside or inside. But anyway, what I mean, I means I, we say I,
Person.
my, or I, yeah, that one.
Okay, thank you.
But this is also a good question, like eyeball is outside or inside? It's half out, half in. Both.
They have two or two each one. Our mailing is
What is the Pratimoksha vow? What's the meaning?
소들도 맞을 거야. 또 딱이 소들이 기세 때 주질을 지고 있을 때. 소들이 기세.
So the Pratimoksha vows are we call the There are eight classes of the Pardimoksha vows, and also it is the discipline for the one practice, and also we also call the eight classes of the individual's liberations. And for example, as I mentioned earlier, there are eight kinds of individuals' liberations vow. The first two are the fully ordained monk and nun, and the second two are the novice monk and nun, and the third two are the layman and the lay female. And last two hours is the first one is the probationary nun, or the female what do you call probationary nuns, and the last one is the 1 day taking 1 day vow.
I just want to comment that I really appreciate these foundation teachings, and you've spoken also of how it continues and graduates the step-by-step teachings that you call the Lam Rim. And I just came upon for those of you that are interested, 5-day teaching that His Holiness gave on the foundation teachings in the Lam Rim 12 years ago at Lehigh University. And it's on YouTube for anyone that wants to continue with this during the week when we're not here.
That's good. Kishila gives you a thumbs up. Good.
That's good. Information China.
Yeah, I think it's very important that to bring or give the informations. So maybe some of you have interest and you can go back and you can watch them. And thank you.
Okay.
I'm interested in powers of the mind. I'm interested in powers of the mind. Yeah.
The simply the sugar, the dilemma to not to use simply the power level. Nilumana. Yeah. So yeah, that's very good way to start your motivations. You like and you want the powers of the mind, and it will kind of motivate you to find out what kind of mind you have, and research and what mind does and what kind of mind you have, and understand the nature of your mind. So yeah, keep it up.
Thank you.
Okay. Nothing, doctor.
All right, thank you, Geshe. Thank you, Tempa. And thank you, everyone, for being here this morning. If you would like to make a donation to the temple and the monks in the monastery, you may do that by calling 812-336-6807 or by emailing the center at tmbcc.kcl@gmail.com. Those of you here in the center, if you would like to give a donation, would be greatly appreciated. And if you cannot do so, just a prayer or a mantra in the bowl is perfectly okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So whatever donation you make, we will collect, and we're not gonna keep this for the temple, but we will send this for Tangsur Rinpoche, his new building.
Leila Palat.
Yeah, and we will add more donations from the center, and we'll send to the in Malawi.
Oh yeah, 달라.
Okay, closing prayer on page number 80. 80.
Lo me mare na be Yahweh Wang de ma so be te
Kishin